Canada. What the f***? Welcome back to my channel, everybody. My name is James. I'm doing a 52-week challenge, making one video every week for 52 weeks. I'm more or less succeeding. This is week 28, and today I'm getting political. I've resisted saying anything political on this channel up to this point, but I just can't keep quiet anymore. Things are going from bad to worse. Government overreach and Justin Trudeau and with the Emergencies Act and cracking down on the truckers, stealing tens of millions of dollars. I've had enough, so I'm just using this as an opportunity to express my view, and I've compiled a bunch of video clips that you're not likely to see, some of them at least, on mainstream media. So this might be a good video to play to those friends or people you know who are in the trance, who just believe everything they're being told, and they can't see beyond the illusion, the smokescreen. So maybe this video will help open their eyes. That's my prayer and my wish anyway. So without further ado, on with the show.
You've sold us out to globalism.
Okay.
You are not working for Canada. You are working for your globalist partners. I wonder how much they're paying you to betray Canada. Okay. What do we do with traitors in Canada, Mr. Trudeau? We used to hang them for treason. And you're doing that very same thing to us now.
Okay. Over the span of just a few years, Trudeau has turned a nation long famous for Molson and sled dogs and niceness into a relentlessly punitive surveillance state. People have long whispered, in dead seriousness, that Justin Trudeau is the biological son of Fidel Castro. You could laugh it off, but now it's becoming pretty easy to believe. Trudeau has used systematically COVID to short-circuit democracy in Canada and to end organized Christianity there. Pastors have been imprisoned for holding church services. In the town of Gatineau, family members were arrested for celebrating New Year's Eve in their own home. Canadian media, which are largely controlled by the government, support these policies and Trudeau uncritically.
You sometimes hear about liberal bias in the media these days, how they're constantly letting our government off the hook for no good reason. Frankly, I think that's insulting. It's clear that they let us off the hook for a very good reason. Because we paid them $600 million. Because we paid them $600 million. $600 million. You don't get stellar headlines like these without greasing the wheels a bit.
Rarely has a nation changed this quickly or more unequivocally for the worse. And last week, thousands of Canadian truckers reached their limit. A convoy of truckers converged on the capital city, Ottawa, to demand, peacefully, cheerfully, but persistently, an end to Justin Trudeau's tyranny.
Your protest, dear Canadian truck driver friends, joins a worldwide chorus that wants to oppose the establishment of the New World Order through the Great Reset, designed by the World Economic Forum and by the United Nations under the name of Agenda 2030.
Now is a historical moment, a time to shape the system.
We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves.
What is it that would make it so that history would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset?
The Great Reset is a welcome recognition that this human tragedy must be a wake-up call. All elements of the Great Reset are fundamental to building the future we need.
Canada believes that a strong, coordinated response across the world and across sectors is essential. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
So as a lot of you have probably put together, this is a classic problem, reaction, solution scenario where they have a solution, whatever it is that they want to do in the world. And so they create a problem in order to elicit a specific reaction, then to provide the solution that they already had waiting in the wings anyway.
We know that many heads of government have participated in the Schwabs School for Young Leaders, the so-called Global Leaders for Tomorrow. It would seem that Canada is one of the nations most infiltrated by the globalists.
When I mention now names like Vladimir Putin and so on, They all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. But what we are very proud of now, the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. We penetrate the cabinets. Penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Sorry, that's true in Argentina as well.
It's true in Argentina, and it's true in France now. I'm with the president.
Jacques Attali was an advisor to Francois Mitterrand, the former president of France, and he wrote this in 1981. In the future, it will be a question of finding ways to reduce the population. Of course, we will not be able to execute people or organize camps. We will get rid of them by making them believe that it is for their own good. We won't be able to pass intelligence tests on millions and millions of people, you can imagine. We will find something, or cause it. A pandemic that targets certain people. A virus that will affect the old or the elderly. It does not matter. The weak and the fearful will succumb. The stupid will believe it and ask to be treated. We will have taken care of having planned the treatment, a treatment that will be the solution. The selection of idiots will therefore be done by itself. They will go back to the slaughterhouse alone.
The difference of this fourth industrial revolution is it doesn't change what you are doing. It changes you. If you take genetic editing, just as an example, it's you who are changed. And of course, this has a big impact on your identity.
Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. Free will, that's over. That's over. Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Yeah, I mean, everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste.
It is essential that you realize that it is no longer possible to passively assist. It is necessary to take a position, to fight for freedom, to demand respect for natural freedoms. But even more, it is necessary to understand that this dystopia serves to establish the dictatorship of the new world order. Demonstrate for your right, Canadian friends, but may this right not be limited to a simple claim to the freedom to enter supermarkets or not to be vaccinated. May it also be a proud and courageous claim to your sacrosanct right to be free men. The truth will make you free. And may God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well. And I apologize. I don't know if the member. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, that member is promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call it disinformation.
We're getting into debate again.
Remember that no matter what they are trying to do. We have the same power to create our reality. So use your power for good. Focus on that which you want to see happen in the world. Invest your attention, your time, your energy, your money into the good things, the inspired things that are going to make this world a better place. All right, God bless you. I love you, and on with the show.